as was mentioned, I hope that you'll forgive us that we only have 5 people presenting here today. Our amazing team member Emma up the back gave birth to a beautiful baby boy only a week ago. So we're really excited. That's why she's a team member. She could, for the record, she contributed a lot to our report. She had really great input into the concept, and all of us would like to express our gratitude for her efforts. But yeah, just before, all the way up until the boy popped out. So yeah, really impressive. So as we are Transport Freely, and we're presenting our transport vision for the Hunter today. Did you know that if someone shifts from a long commute to a walk, their happiness increases as much as if they had fallen in love? Today we're going to present to you an overview of Transport Freely. We are then going to demonstrate our smart transport proposal through the eyes of an ordinary commuter. We will then summarise our Transport Freely strategy. Our vision is to make Newcastle the most livable city in Australia. Transport Freely believes this vision is achievable by getting smarter about transport. So how can the Hunter region get smart about transport? Transport Freely aims to make the Hunter more livable by making active and mass transit options more user-friendly. We propose 3 key actions to get smart about transport. The first action, So the first action is to develop the Freely mobile application. This app will facilitate and support the broader smart transportation system. The Freely app will allow people to plan multimodal journeys, pay for transport, and be rewarded for choosing smart transport options. The second action is to boost participation in active transport by enhancing the proposed cycle-safe network with smart lighting and provision of end-of-trip facilities. The third action is to roll out a self-driving minibus fleet integrated into a dynamic hub-and-spoke style network. We believe these 3 actions combined will lead to improved health, increased leisure time, and create a surge in economic productivity, making Newcastle the most livable city in Australia. I will now pass on to Gavin, who will demonstrate the Transport Freely experience through the eyes of an ordinary commuter.
Thanks, Cara. So, this here is Fred Freely. He's 35, he works at the Newcastle University City campus, and enjoys having drinks with his mates. He's pretty much your average guy, nothing too special about him at all. So it's the morning, and he's just starting his day. He needs to get to work, but as you can see, it's raining outside, so his usual commute of driving the car doesn't sound too appealing at all. I mean, basically getting stuck in transport, trying to find car parks, and getting drenched as he's getting out of his car, it's not ideal. So he wants a simpler, easier alternative. He heard about this new phone app called Transport Freely, which offers alternative modes of transport to get around Newcastle. So that's basically exactly what he wants. So he decides to give it a go to get to work. He quickly and easily downloads the app, and without needing to sign up for anything, he's good to go. So the Transport Freely app has 4 core focuses: plan, track, pay, and win. For plan, after you enter your destination, it will find the most efficient route for your journey. Track, the app is constantly collecting data from people using it, allowing it to improve over time and offer better experiences. Pay, without needing any extra cards or devices, you can pay from your phone just by simply scanning a barcode with your phone camera, or using near-field communication, which most modern phones support. Just like PayWave, you just tap and go with your phone. Win, earn reward points from your journey and redeem them for various types of services, such as getting a free coffee or a discounted travel option. Rewards depend on the mode of transport, so better rewards if you use active transport, such as cycling, over catching a train. Transport Freely basically links all the modes of transport together into a single application, allowing you just open up the app and that's where you need to go to get around the city. So Fred hasn't used Transport Freely at all before. This is his first time using it. But in just a few minutes, he's up and running and ready to experience smarter transport. He doesn't need a special account like Uber, he doesn't need to sign up for an Opal card. He already uses his smartphone every single day for work. So it's no extra effort for him at all to use that to use transport as well. As I mentioned before, it's raining this morning. So the app has suggested that he takes a driverless minibus and then catch a train and then jump on the new light rail into the CBD where he'll be delivered to his work. The minibus will pick him up from right outside his house's front door because he uses dynamic routing based on user requests. There's no need for any stops or bus stops or special pickup areas. It's basically just like a ride-sharing taxi. Of course, if it was good weather outside, perhaps the app might have suggested ride a bike instead of getting a minibus. Or maybe if the distance was short enough, just walk instead. But either way, the app automatically decides, based on your location, the fastest and easiest way to get to your destination. And again, even though Fred hasn't used the app before, he's already enjoying pre-optimized routes the minibus will take. Using data collected from other Transport Freely users, as well as other available services like Google, the app has been learning congestion points and hotspots to route the minibus in the fastest and most optimal way available for that time of day. In using the data, the app has informed Fred that the minibus will be outside his front door in just 7 minutes and 20 seconds. It's that accurate. And so he doesn't need to be waiting in the bus stop for rain and getting absolutely drenched. It's fast, efficient, and simple.
Thanks, Gavin. So this is where Fred lives. This makes Fred a really lucky guy. He not only lives in close vicinity to a world-class university, he also lives near the Warrabrook train station and in the initial rollout area for driverless buses in the Newcastle region. So Fred walks outside his house just in time for the minibus to arrive. And as he sees it coming down the hill, he notices a few things about the bus straight away. Firstly, he notices that it's self-driving, so there's no driver on board. He also notices that it's much smaller than his traditional buses. As the bus pulls up, Fred taps on using his phone, and as he boards the bus, he notices there's only 10 other passengers on board, which he thinks is perfect because the average passengers on buses in Newcastle is only 13 currently. As he quickly takes his seat and the bus heads off to the Warrabrook train station to meet his awaiting train, he realises that he's sitting next to an old mate that he hasn't seen in years, and they have a great chat on the way up. The bus arrives at the train station just in time for the awaiting train to take off into the Newcastle interchange, where Fred and his mate jump on that train to connect into the new Wickham interchange. As the train pulls in, Fred gets off, says goodbye to his mate, and he's instantly taken with the atmosphere, the bustling, commuters, tourists, students all flowing through the Wickham interchange, going about their daily journey. Fred quickly makes his way to the coffee shop adjacent to the platform and gets in line for his morning coffee. When he gets to the front of the line, he notices the lady making his coffee is the most beautiful woman he's ever seen. Fred has a great chat with her while making his coffee. He then leaves, jumps on the next light rail into the Newcastle City campus, coffee in hand, had a great morning on the way there. He arrives within 30 minutes from leaving his house. He's arrived at work, Newcastle City campus, dry on such a rainy day, relaxed, coffee in hand, had a great morning, lovely experience.
So Fred's had a pretty hectic day. Finished his day as the R&D industry liaison for the university. He's been putting the final touches on the upcoming international conference being hosted by the University City campus. So when he gets a message at the end of the day from his old mates suggesting they should head out for a drink and catch up, he looks out the window, sees the clouds have parted and thinks, why not? He deserves it. But where should they go for a drink and how are they going to get there? So he pulls out the app again, punches in afternoon drinks, and after checking the weather and a list of associated businesses, local businesses, the Freely app suggests the temperature and the light breeze would make the surf house a perfect spot. What's even better is that the app has identified there are half a dozen rental bikes available in the bike hub just a few hundred metres from Fred's office. So he taps the bike icon in the app, reserves one while he packs up for the day. When Fred gets to the bike hub, he simply taps his phone to unlock the bike. In this case, he's going to rent a bike. But at many similar hubs around the city, he could choose to safely store his own bike, making use of facilities such as self-service repair stands, lockers, showers or change rooms, all accessible through the app and a simple tap of your phone. So in just a few minutes, Fred's off and cycling, enjoying the fresh air along the safest route as guided by the app. Not having ridden this route before, Fred's really surprised by the seamless linking of the paths he's being directed along. All part of the great work achieved through the accelerated rollout of the CycleSafe network. As the paths are all dedicated walkways and cycle paths, or roadways segregated from road traffic, Fred's able to relax and enjoy the outdoors. And as the daylight begins to fade, Fred notices the amazing smart lighting along the way that the Freely app is triggering via his GPS location. As Fred rolls down the hill to Dixon Park, he enjoys the great smart art installation as it greets him by changing colour on a page. Again, one of the many rewards users benefit from while using the Freely app. Fred's feeling pretty happy about life now. He's cleared his mind from the day's stresses, and in fact, he can't take his mind off that beautiful girl he met in the morning. Fred arrives at the surf house, puts his bike into a locker, and has a great catch up with his old mate. He's even gained a few reward points through the app by his use of the bike and been able to convert those into a discount on his drinks. After the catch up, Fred simply plugs in his home address to the Freely app and safely plans his journey back home. So thanks to the help of the Freely app, Smart Active Transport and the driverless buses, Fred Freely has just experienced how great it is to live in the most livable city in Australia. Pass over to
Thanks,
Ryan to
Lyndon.
wrap up.
We as a group were asked, how can Newcastle's impending integrated transport system draw on smart transport technology to ensure maximised benefit to the region? With this question in mind, the Newcastle Urban Transformation and Transport Program is well documented and well aligned with the Smart Cities plan under the current federal government. The Smart City concept integrates multiple information and communication technology solutions to manage a city's assets with the goal of building a smart city to enhance quality, performance and interactivity of urban services, to reduce costs and resource consumption and to improve contact between citizens and government. We at Transport Freely believe Newcastle to be Australia's location of choice for the smart city concept. The recent substantial investment from the Newcastle Government to support the Hunter Innovation Project provides a fantastic opportunity for the emergence of smart technology for the city and Greater Hunter region. As you've seen from following Fred's journey, Transport Freely proposes a smart transport strategy for Newcastle focused on you. We believe a smart transport system that allows people to move freely, unrestricted and at one's pleasure, that creates more time for you, for your family and friends and for your community, and that improves your quality of life and builds a community and the local economy is a system that ensures maximised benefit to the region. The three integrated pillars of Transport Freely, the Freely application, Smart Active Transport, and embracing the future of mass transit takes full advantage of Newcastle's existing plans and infrastructure while future-proofing the city. We believe the Transport Freely strategy embraces the vision of Newcastle as a smart city and the most livable city in Australia. A city promoting not only smart mobility, but also providing a framework and foundation for other commonly recognised smart city components, including smart living, economic development, environment, and people just like Fred. We sincerely thank you for your time today, and we'd like to open up the floor for any questions.
Plan, track, pay, win philosophy, the underpinning the whole model. The win part of it, the prizes, so that's a potential revenue opportunity where you can get businesses on board to put that up and pay a fee for that, or a subscription or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. We envisage that be something like the entertainment book where a business subscribes to it.
Yeah.
It provides discounts or
Yeah.
some sort of rewards.
Good.
I'll just say it was released to me not to mention Steve Blake as their mentor. Thank you,
Yes.
Steve.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
You know,
Well, just to continue on that, the revenue stream that you have planned for this app, what can you briefly?
Yeah, so obviously the revenue stream from businesses signing up to be part of it. Obviously the big part of it is the plan that we would have much higher uptake of use of that sort of transport system. Certainly not fun.
So the app will be free for the patron?
The app will be free, but you still have to pay for transport.
Yes. So why aren't you using the Opal card, just for interest?
You could link the Opal card into the system if you wanted to continue using that, but the idea is to have a single system that can do everything.
Maybe that was your wish.
That is the one of the intentions that would initially integrate with the Apple Card. But yeah, as one of the transport reports read, that potentially that will be or could be phased out. We wouldn't tie ourselves to that necessarily, but certainly would integrate with it.
So how long? It's just, you know, this minibus idea, the driverless minibus, is fantastic. I think, you know, I mean, it's something that hopefully will be integrated into our community and into our city, because it does do that end of travel arrangement that we just don't have.
Yeah.
But that's still a while away off. So that's why I'm just, you know, I'm wondering if you get this app going, you know, are there enough benefits there for people to want to download it and businesses to pay to be involved with this?
Absolutely. So because you can link with trains and your light rail coming in, you can link maybe to taxis or other modes of transport. It's not just limited to minibuses. Minibuses is just one small part of the overall system.
And some of the appeal is that you're getting points for walking and cycling and picking, you know, the existing public transport system as well. So I think that would hopefully be enough to get that initial uptake. And we also have a staged approach for the minibus system. I think it's in our report in chapter 4. So that would start getting that momentum in that minibus happening. So the Newcastle Mini already runs a minibus, not automatic, but it's already an existing system that we're kind of building on step by step to get to a fully automated, to wide fleet.
We thought that'd be a great rollout area. There is existing infrastructure with the shuttle bus. It's not a stretch, I guess, not as far a stretch to try and replace that with the Troll automated driverless bus on the ring road. With the app at the moment, they just order it with the phone. So they already have an app that tracks the bus in real time around the uni. So the sort of the base infrastructure's there and just be building on that.
And the demographic of university students are an ideal case for new fancy technology rolling out.
And free stuff.
And free
Free
stuff.
stuff. and discounted drinks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look, I guess it's sort of a related question. I'm wondering why you chose to use a standalone system when there seems to be a lot of opportunity in integrating existing things like existing apps for Uber or integrating Opal or things like that. You know, what was the, and those kind of things, or even the app that the university has for their bus. I didn't know they had that app.
So the way I see it is there's so many apps that are already doing this already. It's very fragmented. It's like, oh, I want to use this one. Now I need to download this app. Oh, I'm going to use this. It's another app. I'm going to go download. So if it's just a single app, they're more likely to already have it and not be able to use it.
So we do this. Sorry.
No, it's the same design and everything, so it's very simple to use. It's very intuitive, and there's no need to. I need to use another app.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking of it from the point of view of, and I take your point about Opal, but I mean internationally things like Opal cards have extended to become shopping cards and that elsewhere, or movie cards, whatever they happen to be. And I know the great octopus that transport is, it's more likely that it would be very hard to move transport systems off that type of system such as Opal.
So the way I see it is Opal is already strongly in play at the moment. If you linked it in the app, you then don't need Opal card, it's a very tap one.
Yeah.
And it's the ease of use to get into that system, just a single application instead of having to go to somewhere else to sign up for another thing. That can be integrated in.
That was what I was getting at.
So how have you got got a sense of how difficult it will be to get all these apps integrated? I mean, in the sense of getting Opal and Uber to agree to having this integrated app.
I would think Uber is the more challenging one, you know, but as with anything in software, getting people to play ball and work with the same system is always going to be challenging. But if there was an existing system in place that was strongly in use, I can see this being a very viable opportunity for any app development that's already using the system.
I guess that would be part of the pitch for people like Uber is that we want to integrate them, we want to get more use out of their systems by making a seamless transport system across the whole region rather than just having their standalone business and light rail and cycleways.
So the idea isn't to replace, it's to augment and work with the system.
Good. Do you want to get any?
I was just going to ask, so I think it's a great vision. My question is about implementation and who might invest in all of its unique, right, like cycling network, alliance, and bus service for that matter. Whether public investment, or private investment,
In terms of implementation, is that sort of what you?
Yeah.
As you said, we thought rolling it out at the university would be phase one, and then depending on how that obviously went, you can roll it out into the cities. We can look at Charlestown area, the cities around sort of inner city, Cooks Hill. This is the driverless minibus as the end of trip facility, getting them into the town or getting them to Charlestown and on a major bus into the city. In terms of funding it, I think we sort of referenced there's a significant funding coming from the state government at the moment into the Hunter Innovation Project. So we thought that would possibly be a way to start this project / vision.
I think the cycleways,
Cycleways.
they've already,
It's underway.
that's underway.
Yeah, so phase
And
one
then
is-
also that the lighting is also underway through the money they just won from, yeah.
So I was looking at a lot of those projects that are already started and have already got some startup funding to kick off, but actually pulling them all together before they go off their own separate way.
But who's going to fund the artwork? Yeah.
So I've only got one because I have the same as you, Henry. So you mentioned the vision of contributing to make Newcastle the most livable city in the world, if not AU, so in Australia. How are you going to measure your contribution of what you're doing through this to that outcome?
That's a great question. As our main quote says, that changing from a long commute to a walk or a cycle or something like that is the happiness as much as falling in the happiness is as much increases as much as if they've fallen in love. Sorry, bit of a mouthful. So I think the measurement really is actually that conversion of people from their single commute to some of these other options. I mean, it's obvious that exercise is something that our society maybe needs a little bit more of. I know some of us feel that way. And yeah, I think that would be one of the main